other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
May throwing for it. Throw is caught by the back. And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And now some great field position.
You go for it on fourth down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. It'll be 3rd and 5 on the other side, Brock, as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More football from SoFi in just a moment.
Let's go. 19 tight.
Ward now on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there.
Ready? Mustang 19. 60 by 6. Buffalo 18. Ready?
They're going to try to throw for it. And that's incomplete in the end zone. Could have been 6 points, but as that one falls, Brock, instead just a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
He's got Devontae Smith. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Flushed out of the pocket. He's got Smith again. And he's not going to be able to add anything to that catch, so give him progress across midfield there to the opposing 46. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. 1st and 10 now from the 46. They give now to Henderson. Have him gain up about a handful there. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Complete out to the right. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Crazy.
First down throw for May. He'll drop this to Henderson underneath. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Crazy. Crazy.
Operating from the gun. Here's May. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Now the Rams are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And this is going to be good for a Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams earn the chance to tie before halftime. It's It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one splits the uprights. And the Rams tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining.
18, Pioneer.
Throwing now on first down. Ward. That's caught. Here comes Jameer Gibbs. And he's going to have this one down at the 37. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
And the first down, Chiefs.
We've set it down from 37.
60 Bobcats. Come on. Set. Dragon 60. 79 Broncos.
First and 10 here. Ward. Throwing this for the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take the lead just before halftime. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Point after up and good for Myers. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends on half or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Here's the final play of our first half.
Crazy.
Looking to throw. On the move, headed right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. First and 10. Starting on the ground with Henderson. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7. May now from the gun. Will finds his running back, Henderson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
May on first and 10. Chased out to his right. He can run it. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the gun, it's May. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. The Chiefs get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
First down throw here for Ward. Dumps it off to his running back. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Come 19! Come 19!
From the gun, it's Ward. Hits him on the in route. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Chiefs first down. Gibbs now from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
One thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
60 Bobcat! Hawk 70! Hawk 70! Trap 60! Trap 60!
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up third down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Here we go! Set!
Third and long for him here. This one finds Thornton. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Go now! Go!
Ward off the play fake. Headed out right. Complete over the middle. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Hold the ready!
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go! Here we go!
Again, Ward going to the air. Screen here for Gibbs. Room inside the 10. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs push their lead further to start the half. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Myers gets the point after to go. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10.
Crazy! Crazy! Hey, five. Crazy! 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 Crazy!
Back to work after throwing the pick. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up 2nd down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Shotgun handoff to Henderson. And he gets him around 6 there. It's Kader Kohu up to make that play.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
May now to throw on 3rd. Finds his man over the middle. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
10 at the 47-yard line.
May now. He's trying to push the field. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Rams chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Rams 21.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's first and 10. Here's Ward. Gets it to him on the screen. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's Chiefs football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10.
Let's go. Pass the 60.
They send the tight end in motion left. Enough to Gibbs from the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Shotgun snap now to Ward. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
It's third down and 11.
Warriors 70. Ready. 19. Ready.
They'll air it out on third. Breaks across midfield, hits the opposing territory. And finally down right along that opposing 40. They got 21 yards on the play. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away...
And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the fourth. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. Point after up and good for Myers. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14.
Rams 21.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. First and 10.
Here we go. Sit up. Ready. What's up? Crazy.
Here's made in the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup, you got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Tough one to retain through that hit. So they're left facing third and long.
It's now third down and 1.
Sorry, what's up? Diddy, what's up? 5. Crazy, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Hey, five. Crazy, crazy.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Taking a shot deep here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Devontae Smith, the intended target. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on 3rd downs. Right? They want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Five.
Desperation time here on 4th. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it. Brock, they turn it over on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
This is complete to Waller. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Ward's going to throw here on 3rd. No place for him to go here. The Rams rush all over him. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the sack.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the 4th quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof, it's a big part of what put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one. I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
And he fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone, so the ball going to be placed down at the 35-yard line. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. Has him on the quick hitter. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Taking a deep shot here. This is caught inside the 15. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. Offense in a hurry up here.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Rams hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Setting up, 2nd and goal.
Crazy, crazy. What's that? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Five. Crazy.
May now from the gun. To the end zone, but incomplete. That play's going to force 3rd and goal. So as they're trying to throw for this, Brock, they've actually been thrown off here by a couple of great plays defensively.
Yeah, offensively, that can't happen. Defensively, kudos. Offensively, touchdown, check down, throwaway. That's it. Sack cannot be a part of the equation.
Hey, what's up? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Hey, five. Crazy, crazy.
Here's May, 3rd and goal. Oh no, they get him yet again. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Chiefs are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Oh man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you have to finish with points.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
At the 12-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 79 Broncos. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Completed to his running back. Tackle made right around the 26. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Viking, 18. Here we go, here we go. Ready.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
24-yard line.
Ready. Viking, 18.
An early jump and the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. So score this a win for the Chiefs. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.